Hey everybody, welcome back to another Diecast review. This is Chase Elliott's 2019 Mountain Dew Team Rubicon Mountain Dew Chevy Camaro. This diecast just came out. I kind of had a big shipment. I had 4 come in at once recently with his Hooters. This one, Matt DiBenedetto and Joey Logano. So definitely excited about that. This here is the 2019 Chevy Camaro mold, so we'll get into that. We'll get into the differences between this year and last year, and we'll kind of take a look at everything all together. So we'll start with this diecast. We'll get onto the box here. We do have the standard Elite box. Nothing changed from last year's in terms of the window box since they switched to it. Same old thing, just 2019. There are 373 of these Elites out there. They look great. Window box is still whatever. I don't care for it, but you know what? I can't do anything about that, unfortunately. So is what it is. Just gonna have to live with it. So let's get on to the diecast here. So this is going to be a very interesting comparison video. Probably going to use up all my time, 10 minutes that I can record in 4K. So we'll take a look at this one here, and we'll see all the differences that we can get out of this. So on this car here, we have the metallic green. Looks fantastic. Just like the Kansas here, we do have the new splitter sticking out of the front here. Camaro front end, and we got metallic green. We got the number there. A few little marks. I'm not sure if those rub off or what those are. They might just be decal flaws. They definitely feel like a little scuff, but they're not bad enough that I'm going to do anything about it. Just, I can't expect that much better. The camo along the back here, bottom here, we do have the green kind of sticking through in a few spots. Kind of a weird spot. Like, if you look at it from the top, you see it, and then, from the bottom, it's kind of there, so a little weird. Hooters, Team Rubicon there. Again, metallic green all down this car. Looks fantastic. We got Napa. We got the American Ethanol ring there. Inside the back, we've got our fuel cell in there. We've got our clear and black spoiler, the camo stripes, Napa Auto Parts, and then Mountain Dew here on the back. This is not the flat black. It's actually gloss. I believe it's flat black on all the other diecasts, though. Or I shouldn't say all the other Mountain Dew diecasts, but I could be wrong. I know on the race win from Kansas it is, though. Down our right side, same as the left, we've got that metallic green, Team Rubicon there. There's our number 9. On the roof here, we do have, let me flip it over. On the roof, we have the hatch. There you can see the square for the hatch there. There's the antenna holes, our big number 9 there. The number 9 is black. Last year it was a silver. Just a very small difference there. And then on the front, we've got the Mountain Dew logo on the hood here. Very, very large. And it might be the same as last year, but then the 2 camo stripes. So looking really, really nice. Let's take a look under the hood at the engine detail. It is the same as last year's and everything. Nothing has really changed on that inside the engine detail, but it does look good. There is potential that you could put hoses and wires if you parted out a bunch of old Elites and stuff and really wanted a really good looking diecast. You could make that happen. It definitely is possible, so the options are there. This raced in the dual race, which unfortunately ended in a wreck, and it was garbage, and it was a trash race, and I'm glad I missed it. It was awful. Oh, thank gosh, I didn't see that race. I just got to see the replays and was basically told, don't bother, it was awful. So, never ended up watching it. I just saw the highlight of the race, which was Johnson turning Paul Menard, and that was it. So, I literally in 2 seconds watched the entire story of the race. But overall, really good looking diecast. Definitely, this is my favorite Chase Elliott diecast so far this year. Let's take a look at this one next to last year's diecast, because there are some differences, and I think those should be kind of seen. So last year's diecast is right here. As you can see, this year's is definitely more, I guess I would say, metallic. So if we take a good look at it here, last year's diecast, there is still a metallic look to it, but it's more less obvious, I should say. There you can see definitely more sparkles on it. That is a glossier finish. See how it's very, very shiny. This one, not quite as shiny. It's just, honestly, it's a different type of paint finish. You can feel that this one is more of a base metal kind of thing. I don't know how they did it. They both look fantastic. I mean, at the end of the day, that looks great, and this looks great. Like, there's nothing wrong with either of them, but what's weird, so let's take a look here. What they did is, basically, it's only the standard finish that has kind of this difference. So here you can see It's not truly like a gloss. It's kind of shimmery, kind of an odd. It's almost like it's just the bare green metal. It's almost kind of what it's like. Then obviously you get to this year's, and it's the bright, sparkly, but it's truly a gloss. You can see when you get lighting on it how it's really, really shiny. So that's a true gloss finish on a metallic paint. This, I almost don't feel like there's a gloss finish on this. It's just a metal. Now let's get on to the Kansas Win. I've got them all here because I wanted to show you the difference, because the Kansas Win is metallic with gloss, or semi-gloss. You can see how it's very metallic, but this one doesn't have as much gloss as this year's, and maybe it could just because it's not brand new out of the box, but you can see when you get lighting on it, it definitely doesn't shimmer. So there you can see the lamp, the light on there on the window. Now I get the light down here. You can see it's there, and it shimmers a little bit, but it doesn't do anything super fantastic. So let's go over to this one, the new one, 2019, and we'll take a look at that and see when you get the lamp on the window, and then you get down here, look at how shiny it is. I mean, it is very shiny, almost a complete reflective gloss finish. So that is definitely different. Now, so that is the standard finish, and between those three, you've got one that's basically a bare green metal, which was this one. Then you go to the metallic green with a semi-gloss finish on the Kansas Win, and then you go to a metallic green with a full gloss finish on 2019. So almost three different types of finishes, which is just unique. I don't know if that's for sure what they would call it, but they are definitely three very different colors. Now, on the liquid color, they did not change that. This is the liquid color from last year. I didn't get this year's. I'm just showing you last year. So this is the liquid color from last year. It does look the same as this year's. I didn't see any differences, but I know for sure. I'm just saying what I'm seeing. So that's last year's. Then here's the Kansas liquid color. As you can see, very, very similar to the other one. I really don't even see a difference. I think they just use the same liquid finish on both, which is fine because that's what you should do, and they're the same paint scheme. But there you can see both liquids are the same, and this year's is no different. It is also the same. So not entirely sure why they are like that, where we have kind of some different paints finishes and stuff. But it is definitely a very good diecast. This Rubicon Mountain Dew car is my absolute favorite 2019 thus far. I really like Matt DiBenedetto's 95. Definitely a fan of that. Just kind of move these around here. I want to get them all in for a shot so we can see them all side by side, by side, by side. So they're kind of on my board and a little off the board, but here we go. Let's get my my box up here so that we can see it. But basically, as you can see here, this is what we're looking at. I mean, these are all 5 of the Mountain Dew cars. From left to right, we've got liquid, standard, and as I said, the liquids are all the same. This is basically metallic full gloss, metallic semi-gloss, metal with not a gloss. So definitely recommend, though. If you haven't picked one up and you want one, I would definitely get it. I'm a huge... I love the Mountain Dew cars. I get every Chase Elliott Mountain Dew car, and it seems like multiple finishes. This one, not so much, but every other one I seem to just love. I mean, I was a big Kane fan. Every Mountain Dew car he had run, I got, and the only one I couldn't get, I might get made. And then every Chase Elliott Mountain Dew car I've gotten. So definitely kind of one of my favorite schemes of his. I love the Mountain Dew cars. I always think they look good, and this one was no different. So this is the car here if you kind of flipping through the video and randomly looking. But highly, highly recommend this car. This is my absolute favorite from 2019, and I think they did a really good job on it. So props to Lionel. This one is spot on. It is fantastic. I have just nothing but good things to say about it. I'm gushing all over this one. So if you have enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun jazz. Definitely comments and things like that, shares are always helpful for the channel. But that'll pretty much wrap up this review. Thank you all for watching, and we will see you in the next Diecast review.